All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I bring you greetings in the name of our Lord Jesus. This sort of things, I've been hearing it by the hearing of the ear, but I've not seen it happen. But this one happened in a law court, the Justice Court in Lagos State, Nigeria, where a DNA was conducted on the man and the woman. The DNA result was as strange as whatever you can think of as being strange can be. Now, but the most strangest thing, or the most stranger thing, happens to be the claim of the woman about what her pastor told her. Have you heard about spiritual pregnancy before? Relax, you will hear that in this video. Again, I am not an agent of the devil. Those of you who think that I am doing a disservice to the church, and you ask me who has authorized me to criticize your men of God, I also want to ask you who has actually authorized you to question what I'm doing. Isn't it hypocrisy? Why not wait? On the day of reckoning, the Lord knows those who are His. Now look at what false and fake prophetic ministry did. A very big damage, even to the brain of the woman, that she didn't even want to listen to whatever solution the judge wanted to proffer, an advice that could proffer a solution to the confusion. She insisted on what her spiritual father told her. All right, I won't take your time so much. I'll just let you watch the video as the whole drama ensues in court. Please don't forget to like and to share and tell us what you think about either about the video or about me. It doesn't matter. All right. God bless you.
Thank you for this opportunity. I'm actually here to contest the paternity of the child. She claims that I'm the biological father, but because of the circumstances surrounding the supposed pregnancy and the birth of the child, I think, except the DNA results actually prove otherwise, which I will accept whatever result, but for now, I'm in doubt as per the biological father of the child. And if I may proceed to just brief you a little bit about why I have to contest that.
Go ahead.
Yes, Honor. In 2009, that was when we got in contact on Facebook. Then I was in the UK and I was coming, and she said, I think we have mutual friends, on Facebook, and she wanted us to be friends. And of course, we exchanged numbers, and I told her that I'll be coming to Ilorin, Para State, where she was residing, and that was where I was residing too. So we had mutual friends on Facebook. That was on the 8th of July 2023. That was when I landed, at the airport in Lagos. Then I went to the hotel, and she came over, and her cousin joined us, a guy as well too. So we're all together. I felt so much at home, and I felt so much safe that I had good people around me. But unfortunately, it happened that the cousin now went to another room which I paid for, and we spent the night together. So in the morning, then we left to Ilorin. So when she got down to Ilorin, after some few hours, she left back to Ibadan. But on our way to Ilorin, we had stopped in Ibadan because she said she wanted to talk to her children and her father, to let them know she was going to Ilorin. So after the whole thing, then I spent all those times in Ilorin, because she was already in Ibadan. Then on the 17th, because I only spent about 8-9 days in Nigeria. On the 17th, then I was going back to Lagos. I stopped in Ibadan to have my birthday with her, with my friend that lives in Ibadan and all that. So we're together, and we had, my birthday was going to be like some few days to that time. So after the whole thing, the following day, I left back to the United States. She was actually with me in Lagos, before I left. Then 2 weeks after, she kept calling me, when I was in the United States, I couldn't even settle down well, I was like, what's going on? Then she told me that the way she's feeling, she feels she's pregnant. And I said, wow. It was mixed feelings anyway. And I said, have you tested? She said, no, she has not, that she knows herself. And I said, okay, the first thing to do is to go and do the test. She said she was going to do urine test and all that. That's a home, whatever. And she did it. I said it was negative. And I said, go to the lab. So I sent her some money. Then she went to the lab. They took her blood. And at 2 weeks, they said it was negative. And She said, oh, it's because it's too early that they asked her to come back again next time. Then I said, okay. I was still hoping that it's true. Then after like a whole month, I told her to go back. She said, I think it's really too early that, and I said, 2 weeks should even be okay. Then after like 2 months, then she went back and they said it was negative for blood test. She told me maybe they don't even know what to do there. They don't even know, or maybe the child is not, whatever. I said, it's about HCG, if you're pregnant immediately, it multiplies as it goes up. Then I said, okay, will you go for scan? Then she said, let's wait for a long time. Then this already was about 4 months. Then I was able to push her to go do scan. And at the scan place lab, they said it was fibroid they saw there. There was a bulky stuff in her uterus, whatever, that is not pregnancy. The results showed it. And she said it's false, that they were lying. They don't know anything. That do I know that in Nigeria they don't know anything? And I said, wow, but I believe in science. I believe so much in science and technology and all this. I said, even if you have cancer, if you have anything, if you have a tiny thing in you, it's going to detect it. She said, no, I shouldn't worry. That was how she pushed me. Then at the end of the day, I said, please go back for this test. She said, no, because her pastor said they should not be using hands to rub her stomach because it's a special child that is there and all that. It got to a time I was frustrated because
Pastor said, you see, the pastor's name is creeping in small, small.
I was sending money for pregnant care right from the first month down to the ninth month. Then I said, okay, I have a friend in Ibadan. At that time, I started spending so much money, and I told her, look, won't you go for a scan? She said, this is cryptic pregnancy. I said, cryptic pregnancy? Cryptic pregnancy is not something that you don't know that you're pregnant. That's what cryptic pregnancy is. You already know that you're pregnant. She said around that time, oh, they say it's spiritual, that the baby has gone to hide at the back.
Spiritual. See, don't get me wrong. I don't have anything against pastors. God may call me a pastor tomorrow, so I don't have anything against pastors. And I'm already doing the work of a pastor. So it's not just about the title, but it's just about the wrong persons that have crept in and they are doing damages to the body. Please don't get me wrong.
And all that. So at the end of the day, I said, okay, I'm going to pay to this hospital, Best Western Hospital in Ibadan. I say it's like the hospitals we have probably in United States. They do your vitals, they do everything for you. I'll pay for everything. Then she said, no, she's not going there. Instead, she chose to go to Redeem Maternity, where those old women, wherever they are. She said that was where she gave back to all her babies in Redeem. So she loved that place. And we give them 20,000, 30,000 tomorrow. She'll buy all the things, and I just kept paying. I have evidence with my attorney there, of all the support. It's just for me to just mention it. It's not in any way, but for you to know that I've supported her right from that time till even when her baby was born. Sorry, Your Honor, do you know what she did? I have evidence there. She now went online to post the picture. To start talking about me around anyway. Then later she now said she had a baby after 13th month. But you were never pregnant. Nothing ever showed that you were pregnant. Then you said 13 months, then you just sent me a flash, this kind of a WhatsApp flash that when you open it once, you cannot open it the second time. I was like, what's going on? When she sent it to me, then I tried reaching her. I said, I don't think this is my baby because you were never pregnant. Let me just be firm with you until you prove it otherwise. Then she said, this is your baby. Don't you see she looks like you? Everybody says she looks like you. I said, if you wanted to prove it, the time that you were so pregnant, you take pictures, the time they were in labor, then I know that is 50%. They will now contest. Because if you get back in August, that means you conceived in December. I was there in July. If it happened that it was really probably mine, they would have been in April. That was what we discussed. So as at that time, I didn't talk to her anymore. Then she went online. The evidence is with my Aunt Tony. Then she started posting me and the baby's picture, going to my own profile to pick pictures and videos from my social media to match it with the child's own and started posting it around. Then she now started talking to people, people in my profile. You don't know who they are to me. You don't know if they're my business partners or people that respect me so much. And you started talking, saying a lot of things about me, about the things that you don't even know happened to me in America. All those chats are there at Your Honor. Then as at that time, I now got an Anthony to tell her that she should stop it. But before then, I told her that we should go for what's it called, for DNA. Even did this DNA diagnostics here in the United States. I have contacted them. They said I was going to pay $250, and I said okay, I was going to do that. They sent me kits. Then do you know what she said, man? She said, no, her pastor said I should not send the sample through Afefe, that the child that they did not see in this thing, how can you send something through Afefe?
Through Afefe means through the air, as in through the air. Afefe, the air, like sending the DNS, the sample, whatever they want to use, or they would have needed for this, the DNA testing by air. You understand? You remember that the child was a spiritual child, so sending her samples through air will expose her to some physical elements.
Everything is all about pastor, 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 and not trying to confuse me. And I said, at this point, I'm going to get my Anthony. That was when we started looking around. I said, oh, because I always watch your shows all the time and very interesting, and you're helpful to other people, And I said I was going to tell the attorney to please contact you because I want to make it very legal. Because if we convince her to actually take the swab and send it to the United States, eventually she might think it's in my house that we did it. And if the result comes out the other way, she might say no. I said for legal one, definitely, we'll be held, to it, accountable to it. So that was why I am here, Your Honor. And that is just the brief because there are a lot and lot to say, but that's just the brief, Your Honor.
All right. Counsel, please, what's your name?
Obi.
I can't hear you.
Obi Tedunjayo.
Do you have any documents? Are they the ones that you gave the legal team this month?
These are the documents.
These are the ones.
Yes.
The ones that were given to me this month.
Yes.
The conversation and some receipts.
Yes.
So Tosin, you heard Ebru. What do you have to say?
I don't really have anything to say because I wasn't lying to him. Everything that happened to me was the truth. When he came home, he said we met on Facebook, yes. And he said that I was all over him or something. I don't know. He was the one. I don't know if I was the one that sent him the friend request or he was the one, but I knew that he was the one that first sent me a message on Facebook. And then I was married then. So I was in my husband's house. And he came to Ilorin to meet me, but I told him that I cannot come because I'm in a man's house. So we didn't see each other. He kept on calling, but I didn't see him that year. So after how many years that I had my marriage was it was broken. So I came down to my parents' house. So I was sitting at the sitting room. I just remember that there is somebody that I chatted 2009. So I now I searched for him and I saw the number and I said, wow, hi bro, please get in touch. So when I said, hi bro, get in touch, he called. Then we started talking. So he said that, he's the one that I need, that is going to take care of me. I said, I don't want to be in another relationship because of what I went. He said, no, no, no. He's the one that I need. He's going to take care of me, blah, blah, blah. I told him, I said, where I was coming from. I knew what I went through, that I don't need any man. He convinced me, So that day, he said he wants to buy pizza for my kids and he sent money to them. He bought pizza for them. And I was like, come, you can't buy me with money because I'm not interested. I don't want to be in a relationship. But why I finally accepted him was because my ex's, his girlfriend, Elo, she normally abused me on she might did video with my ex and they will send it to me that I should go and die, So she normally abused me and she now puts it on Facebook that I'm a loner. So when she now dropped that on Facebook, when I saw it, I was broken, So I now told him that, okay, that I'm ready to accept him, that we're accepting just because of the lady. So I now accepted him. After that, he said he was coming to Nigeria. So he came and we had something together. I'm not supposed to say this, but I'm going to say it. He said that I should come to Lagos, that we should talk, as in we should talk one-on-one, He said I should come and meet him at the airport. I said I cannot come. That anywhere he is, I'll come and meet him there. Then we'll talk. So he paid my transport fare to Lagos. When I get to the hotel, he said he's coming downstairs to meet me. I said, no, don't come. I'll come upstairs and meet you. Immediately I opened the door. I entered the room like this. He forced me. And I don't want to shout because if I should shout, people will be like, what are you doing here? Shebi, you are the one that brought yourself here. You are the one that did this. I just kept quiet and he apologized. I said, fine. And he said that he wants to marry me, that he wants to be with me. He's a divorcee, is this, is that, And now, because I was broken, I stayed back. I accepted him. We were together, and my cousin came around to meet us. We talked. He was even telling me, "Yeah, Tosin, the person that you don't even know." I said, "No, I know him way back. He's a nice guy. So after that, he said he wants to go to Ibadan because my father was around. He based in UK, but he's around. He was around then. So he said he wanted to follow me to Ibadan to meet my people. I said my children are home and my dad is at home. He said he wanted to go and meet my father, and he wants to tell my father that he wants to get married to me. I said, ha. He said, yes. And we both went to Ibadan to meet my father. Even when we got home, he went. I took him to where my daddy is, and he even prostrate. And my daddy was like, "What is it?" My daddy was even rude that day to him. He said, "I know he wants to marry me. He's here to take care of me." Daddy was like, "If you know you want to marry her, take care of her first, so that I'll see that you want to marry her." So from there, we went to Ilorin. So after we went to Ilorin together, I was with him till the next day. Then I came back to Ibadan. Then he came to meet me in Ibadan after 2 days. They were together. So when he went back to America, we were talking. We keep in touch. We were shared talking. So one of my sister now came from UK, and my sister was very rude to him on the phone. So he blocked me because my sister was rude to him on the phone. So after blocking me, after 2 months, I now realized that I am pregnant. And it is not my first child, it's my fourth child. So how come I will not know that I was pregnant then? So I now told him that I think I called his brother, Emmanuel. So that one now told me that God has shown him already that that somebody is going to have a baby for him. That I can't remember. So I think that one get in touch with him. He now called me. So I now told him that I was pregnant, that he said I should go for test. I went for the first scan, and they said I have multiple fibroid. I said multiple fibroid. I've not heard that in my life before, that I have a fibroid. So after that, I think after some months, when they said I have multiple fibroid, he blocked me again. So after some months, he now opened I don't know. I went for scan for like 5 times. They said I have fibroid. And there's something they call 1 centimeter, 1 millimeter. And that thing kept on going. I was like, I have a fibroid. I'm not pregnant. So what's that thing in the scan that is showing millimeter, centimeter? I kept on to myself that I was pregnant, because I even used to see the baby in my dream, that I have a baby girl, that it's a baby girl. I was convinced that I was pregnant. So when when something is doing somebody, she will be suspecting everybody. I was just suspecting everybody around me, not knowing that it was a cryptic pregnancy. Though I was seeing my period, and my tummy was big. I was very big as well. And I gave birth after 13 months, and in a spiritual way.
The bottom line is you've submitted yourself for DNA.
Yes.
So we have result for paternity and right. So we're going to find out whether you are the biological father, or whether she's the biological.
Okay, so the DNA will sort and settle this long story. But I'm really shocked. I don't know what she meant by giving birth in a spiritual way. You know that there is this thing, we spiritualize everything. I don't understand. There is something I will say now. Somebody who doesn't have a proper understanding of what I want to say will think I am beginning to doubt the word of God. Do you know that time deliver like a Hebrew woman, that is not what the Bible said there. But you will see some persons that they are due for delivery, and sincerely doctors have weighed the pros and cons and found out that the best way for them to deliver their child or children and be alive, and the baby's life saved, will be through CS. It is true, nobody prays, nobody wishes to go through that thing. Well, there are some persons who would normally carry themselves to the hospital and want to be opened up, and the baby removed, and they are too short because they are like, I don't want to go through that pain of push. But normally, almost every woman wants to give birth the right way. Now, but if God has permitted it that it will be through CS, who is a man to say no. So at times, many women have died in the name of I want to deliver like the Hebrews, like the Hebrew women. Whereas that thing was a phrase that the Egyptian nurses coined. It was even a lie that they deployed in order to save the Hebrews' children. Not really that ever before they would come, the Hebrew women have delivered. There was nothing like that. They were also going through the normal processes of birth giving. I know there are some women that God has helped so much that their birth is normally very easy. I was somewhere, one day and somebody was telling a story of how, she prayed to God that God would make her not to go through painful labor. And on the day of delivery, God answered her prayer. She put to bed in her house. But what turned my inside was that she just stayed. She didn't even push. The baby just came out on her own, on its own like that. I touched somebody, that was in that place with me. I whispered, I said, oh, but when you go to toilet to urinate, don't you push something that is as easy as urinating? I think it would have been better for this woman to tell us, I had a very easy child delivery. Not that she didn't push, just the baby just came out on maybe the baby came out like the water. So, well, sorry. Let us listen to Justice Fumi Asaolu as she give the DNA result.
Something to say?
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you have to say?
Yes, Your Honor. All the while, I was very calm with her, but I sensed that she wanted to play me because there's one of the other evidence again, supposed immunization card. I know about immunization card. Everybody should know about it. There's a particular one she submitted that they tried to, I don't know, to forge my name on it. They couldn't even forge it well. It's right there. And they said the caregiver's name was supposed to be probably the number of the hospital, but it was one of her numbers that was there. Then secondly, I'm just hearing that she said she gave birth in Ondo State. When I told my Aunt Tony, I said, look, I have to even see the birth certificate, first of all, to even prove, that she gave birth, where she gave birth and all that. Then when we were on her, she said she didn't get any birth certificate. I said, even if you had gone to a traditionalist, in Nigeria, I think I know that, of course, definitely, they have to record all the births, that they actually help to deliver. Then she went to Lagos to get whatever population commission birth certificate issued by PPFN, according to her, from what I saw. But you said you gave birth in those things. Why did they have to write it there that you gave birth in Ibadan? So I don't want to take the time of the court, Your Honor. So that's one of the major red flags for me that I said it's a no-no.
It's okay. DNA result is here.
About even the documentations.
I don't know what is that.
What he's referring to is that you have the National Population Commission certificate of birth.
Yes.
From a different town, contrary to the town you disclosed to him that you had the baby.
Yes, because I cannot go to Okitipupa again to go and register.
What you need to talk about is the fact that this can be the national population is not in Nigeria. It doesn't. National Population Commission can be taken somewhere else outside the town. Is that what you are trying to say?
Yes, ma'am.
You had the baby where? Where did you have the baby?
Ondo State.
Where did you take the national?
Ibadan. Because I live in it.
That's what I'm saying. Anyway, we've even passed all that. The bottom line is to ascertain the paternity and maternity of it. So can I have the results from the Links Diagnostic Center?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yes.
American Wonder.
So I have the two results for the paternity and maternity. I don't know which one I'm opening first. There's nothing written at the back. DNA Diagnostic Center, DDC test result, certificate of analysis. This is to certify that the result of DNA test conducted for Paulina Oluwatosin Davis and the minor child Elizabeth Shiaka Michael has been perfectly analyzed and concisely summarized below. It's negative. Probability of maternity 0%.
Now, meaning that she's not even the mother of the child in question. Have you seen something like that before? In Nigeria, anything can happen. Anyway, they can switch babies. I don't know if they do that overseas. They switch babies, if a buyer is nearby and maybe they need a male child, they do a lot of things. But the story of the pregnancy and all that, the spiritual pregnancy, okay, spiritual pregnancy, maybe.
Just a minute. Let me see the paternity. Name of the female child, Elizabeth Siaka Michael. Alleged father, Francis A. Siaka. DNA analysis, negative. Probability of paternity, 0%.
No,
Just a minute. So where did you say you had the baby?
I had her at Okitipupa, Ondo State.
Which outfit? What's the name of the place?
Now, at this point, if religiosity, if she is actually sincere, because she looks sincere, she looks like somebody that is confused. Even if the paternity was negative, the maternity was not supposed to be negative as well. At least the child was supposed to be hers. I don't even know why they went for both maternity and paternity, because what was at dispute here what happened to be the paternity, but they chose to do the two. All right. So what could have been wrong? Now, I thought that at this point in time she would be so confused as per wanting anybody that would help her to get to the root cause of the confusion. What happened? How come I'm not the mother of the child? Even though it was a spiritual baby, it was a spiritual pregnancy, she gave birth spiritually. Maybe at the point of birth, she didn't even know when she gave birth. Maybe that was also why it was in a spiritual way. It's only God that understands this spiritual way. But listen to what happened.
I don't know. I only know it's Okitipupa.
You don't know the name of the maternity center?
It's a native place.
What's the address of the place?
I don't know the address, but I can take you there.
Who attended to you there?
It's one woman, one mama like that.
What's her name?
A doctor.
All this question is to look at me. Tosin,
Ma,
I'm asking you these questions to assist you. I don't know whether you've been given to your knowledge or without your knowledge, child that does not belong to you.
it's mine.
Okay, look at that.
I gave birth to her. I'm serious. It's mine.
0%. That's what the DNA result
It is. She's mine.
You know what? Let me tell you one thing. When it comes to the maternity and you are having this kind of challenge, and that's why I asked you now, if you know the name of the place,
Ma, I can
the
take you
address,
there. I can take
can't
you
follow
there.
you down there. Nobody will follow you down.
The child
you
is
give us-
mine. I gave birth to her.
It's okay. If you you know what? Tosin,
Ma,
you claim that child. The child is yours.
it is mine.
There is no problem. Nobody can contest that with you as long as you claim that child. I'm just telling you the results. And the paternity, I just declare the paternity and maternity results. That is just it. So that's
Ma,
the
I was
position.
pregnant with her for 13 good months. It is mine. And it is Francis that got me pregnant. I'm telling you the truth. When I wanted to go for DNA in the first place, the woman told me that I should not go for any DNA, that in the future, the child will know her father. I was like, why?
You see, so there's every possibility that either she was not even pregnant at all, that she was cajoled into believing that she was pregnant, or that. Now the question is: didn't she give birth? Did she know that she gave birth, or was she that spiritual thing, spiritual pregnancy, spiritual delivery? So maybe if it was a spiritual delivery, which means the day she gave birth, she didn't also know. Now, a woman that delivered her of the baby, told her not to attempt DNA test, that in the future the baby would know her father. Where have you heard such thing? If there was nothing they are trying to hide from her. Oh my God. My people perish for want of knowledge. At this point in time, maybe the judge would have linked her up with, people that would have helped her to unravel the mystery behind this, but she kept insisting it's hers. How is that possible? The man is not the father, she's not the mother, and she's insisting. Was it a spirit that impregnated her? and then unconsciously or subconsciously, a spirit helped her to carry the pregnancy since it was for 13 months and it was a spiritual thing. And on the day of delivery, the spirit delivered the baby for her, only for herself to wake up and find a baby lying beside her. Isn't this a mystery?
I was like, why?
Unless he agrees to adopt the child, that's another procedure. But for now, as biological father, there's nothing to prove that it's the biological. You have decided to make the child yours, it's okay. Nobody can take it. We do adopt. There's nobody that can stop
But the child is, I didn't
It's
adopt
okay.
that.
It's okay. There's no problem. You have your child, and you heard his last request to stop using his name for the child, and I've given a ruling in that effect. From henceforth, it shouldn't arise.
Okay, so before I am called an antichrist, a hater of the church, what do you think happened here? What do you think happened? Please tell us what happened in the comment section. Thank you very, very much. I remain your brother in the Lord. From me to you, shalom.